In today's episode, we will be doing a complete overhaul on the original muscle car, this 1965 Oldsmobile 442. Now here's the kicker. We're on a strict 4-week timeline, and I guarantee you we're not letting this customer down. I'm Joe with Carmil Car Audio. Follow along as we do the project and complete this thing and get it show ready, and maybe learn a thing or two. So once we got the car in the shop, we assessed it, we figured out what it needs, what it doesn't need, what it already has, what it's gonna look like, and what do we envision for the customer. And once we got that down, we finally came to a conclusion, but then it was on to actually making it happen. You know, the easy part. We started on it by ripping everything out of the car, getting it completely stripped, and once we did, we made a note to make sure that we put in some sound deadening material from Sound Shield to really kill the outside noise and the road noise, and well, the exhaust, it's freaking loud, dude. So we went ahead and started with the rear package tray, or some will be more familiar with as the rear deck lid. It had two 6x9s in the rear, and I mean, they just cut the hole, dropped it in, screwed it in. It didn't look pretty. We wanted to take them out originally, but the customer still wants them. So what we did was we made a whole new package tray, modernizing it and giving it a facelift and just really bringing it to life and giving it this really cool design while adding some RGB IC lights to it for that pow factor.
I don't have funky music playing, so here's some free, royalty-free music.
Even though the kicks are further away from the package tray, doesn't mean we can't keep the same vibe. Now for the fabrication portion, we used fiberglass, Bondo, and some wood to get the rough shape. And after we got the rough shape, we used the router and a few different bits paired with Mobile Solutions router tools to get the final shape. But to make the speakers accessible, that was the fun part. So we made the grill just like the package tray in the back, using what's called a stamp, along with the rabbet bit to make a channel to go into the cover for RGBs. Now, instead of screwing the cover into the kick, we used the drill press to make a small hole on both the kick and the cover to insert neodymium magnets. So now the grill magnetizes on and off for easy access and a smoother final product. And honestly, this was my favorite part of this week's progress. So starting on week 2, we wanted to work on the box, and we wanted to bring something iconic from the 442 onto the inside. But how? And then it hit us. We saw the 442 logo on the trunk. We decided to take that and bring it to the inside. Now we have the ability to make 3 windows for 3 subs. We landed on Audio Dynamics 8-inch 3000 series subwoofers, and we can make 3 windows, and we can implement the 442. And then on the outside of the box, we make a little beauty panel that really livens up that whole logo from the outside, bring it to the inside. So we have the idea, we got the plexi, and we're gonna outsource it. But something else showed up just in time, and it turned out way cooler. X-Tools P3 showed up, and it was super exciting to have this machine in the shop. I was able to get some plexi cut and engraved with the 442 logo. It was a huge learning curve, but using the right tools like the micrometer and some CAD software, I was able to get the perfect cut while finding the perfect spacing for my mounting screws. Now clear acrylic is cool and all, but we really wanted to give it that pow factor. So we took 2 pieces, lined the inside middle piece with some taillight tint that was colored, then put some RGBs inside the box, and man, this thing came to life. Now the amp rack was the next step for us. Again, we wanted to keep things symmetrical but unique. So our friends over at Audio Dynamics created some custom cover plates for our amps. Now we can bring some of the red inside the car as a highlight color. Keeping the 442 theme in mind, using 3 amps spaced evenly. Back at the router table, this was a matter of using the tools from Mobile Solutions and some creativity to make this come to life. We created a trim panel and placed it perfectly to simply show the tops of the amps. This kept our wires hidden while showing off the beauty of AD's amplifiers. So it dawned on us that we still had to finish the entirety of the trunk. I mean, we had the floors, the sidewalls, the rails, and much more to do, and we're already halfway through our time frame. So the next 2 weeks, we really got to lock in to knock this thing out and make it the best that we can. Week 3 being the most lengthiest part of this entire project of just trimming out the trunk due to the certain fact of being a ton of Bondo work and a ton of sack fabbing, using the router table, and just test fitting every little piece multiple times to make sure that it would fit. But how do you get a curved shape inside the car with a flat piece of wood? Well, what we'll do is we'll take one piece of wood, we'll take the template, and we'll cut out our shape that we want. Now this can be an arched piece. Well, we would take this and cut out multiple layers of wood, put it together, Bondo it, and now we have a nice curved structure in the vehicle. And this is how we were able to get a smooth finish from the amp rack to the floor. We're using the Bondo and some filler and sanding, a lot of sanding, to make it a nice smooth finish transitioning from the amp rack to the floor. Now, a side note, the test fitting is crucial. So when I tell you that there was a ton and an absolute ton of test fitting, I'm not joking. It is 100% pressure fit, snug to the absolute T. So after all that hard work, the trunk was finished, everything was up, but man, those sidewalls, they needed something more. With the plexi inside the trunk, that was one of the harder parts, and just wanted to get really creative with it. I wanted to mimic the honeycomb filter like it is on the box, but I don't want the colored tint. So we put it through the machine, copied a pattern, and got that honeycomb effect with a clear acrylic, so all that RGB is allowed to come through and he can choose his own color. Finishing the build, we added a second battery to the trunk, topped the system off with a DSP, also made from Audio Dynamics, made some Plex windows for the trunk, and put some knobs in a super cool location so the customer can control the volume and the sub volume separately, all while keeping the interior of the dash factory. And now for the last part, what it's all about is seeing his reaction, giving it to the customer, and pray to God he's happy.
Oh, wow. No way, golly. Look at that. Is that, you can see all the way in there?
Yeah. That one's just a pocket. I left you a storage
No
pocket so you
way.
can put stuff in there.
Golly, Carmil, that's just crazy.
Battery, fuse distribution block.
Wow, this is the showpiece, dude. Really.
So I can't change the colors.
No. How is that even happening?
I know a guy.
That's crazy, dude. That's sick. I was not expecting this. This is incredible. So you know how people park with their hood up to show off all of your engine and everything? Mm-hmm. I don't just can pull up the trunk. Wow, no, I couldn't have imagined that. You can't imagine that.
Now, a huge shout out to Chuck for allowing us to work on this vehicle and make it into an absolute masterpiece. It's been such a fun and challenging project. If you thought it was cool now, wait till you see the absolute final project at the end of the year. So if you want to stay up to date with us, make sure to hit that like button, follow, subscribe, so you can stay up to date with every step that we take. Till then, stay blessed.